presentation. All right, what I'm going to do today is that I'm going to present to you. So therefore, you see how, another way to obviously have a good presentation done, so we can be able to come out of the house with what? The check or the cash or the bank transfer, all right? So that's what we're going to do today, everyone. So are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Just raise your hands up if you are. Good, good, good. Now, this is what I'm going to do. For us to have that successful session that I really want us to have, I will need a husband and a wife to come forward, please. Practically, that's what I'm just saying, because we are going to have, I'm going to present to you in your home. So I will just grab a seat and come forward. Just grab a seat and come forward. Okay, great. All right, then, that's fine. Okay, so I have my woman. I need my man. I need her husband. Her husband to join her. Okay, good. Perfect. All right then. So this is what we're going to do. So, by the way, what's the name? What's the name, please? It's muted. Sorry, it's muted. Okay, Grace. So, Madam Grace. And then what's your husband's name? What's your husband's? You don't know your husband's name? His name is Murphy. Mr. Murphy. Murphy, good. All right then. So Grace and Murphy, that's good. All right. So Grace and Murphy, you're going to be my clients for today. Is that okay? We are good to go, right? We are good to go. Perfect. So we're going to start right away. All right. I'm trying to see how I can position my flip chart. Just hang on a minute. Well, we're not going to have everything showing, but at least we're going to have a. Madam Grace, and can you see my flip chart? Yes, ma'am. No, can you keep them on mute, please? Okay. All right, great. So now let's start. Okay. Hi, Madam Grace, and then Mr. Murphy. Thank you so much for having us into your home. All right. My name is Comfort. Basically, I work for a health and nutrition company called Salad Master. That's the name of the company. All right. But if I may ask you, Madam Grace, what did the ladies say to you over the phone before I came here today? What did they say to you? What did they tell you I'm coming to do today? What did they say to you? She's coming to cook for me. Okay, I'm coming to cook what? To cook yam without water. Yam without water. Good, that's true. And then? Say you fry chicken without oil. fried chicken without oil. You're right, you're right. Yeah, so basically, sorry? Okay, that was all right. Okay, great. Okay, great. All right, so yes, basically that's what I'm coming to do here today, all right? As we said earlier on, I'm from a health and nutrition company called Salad Master. And then what we do is that we basically show families and individuals how to prevent, most of those lifestyle diseases on the increase of today, the diabetes, the high blood pressure, the cholesterol, the stroke, the cancer, and all that, but through your natural meal. So in a nutshell, we show you how to turn your food into medicine. That's what we do, all right? Having said that, Mr. Murphy and Madam Grace, all I need from you is to just keep an open mind, all right? Everything I'm going to show to you here today, basically with this presentation, is going to take two parts. First of all, I'm going to start with the aid of my flip chart. That's going to take, let's say, 20 minutes. And then we move to the kitchen. I back it up with the practicals by cooking the yam with all the water that you said, frying the chicken, without oil. And then basically we do something we call the pollution test. And also I cook some vegetables without water for you. Then we call it a day. Having said that, again, at the end of the presentation, should you love everything you see and you believe that this is something that can help you and your family, please and please and please, you're under no obligation whatsoever. But if you choose to make an investment today, that's fine, good. If not, don't worry, we'll be friends, all right? Okay, so are we ready to start? Are we ready to start? But now, before I do that, quickly, I will need you to help assist me with some few items, all right? I'll just need some glasses and then some spoon, and then basically, I'll need your cookwares that you use to prepare your meal. If you have non-stick, if you have stainless steel, if you have aluminum or any other, please give them to me. I'll be using that for the pollution test. And please, I will need you to help show my colleague, the kitchen. So he will just, is that okay? Is that okay, Auntie Grace? And then Mr. Murphy? All right, so now, whilst we are waiting for him, quickly, I will need you to help fill this form for me. It's called the questionnaire, all right? There's a questionnaire form. I will need you to quickly fill this form for me. Basically, this is just a form to show that we came here today to have a presentation done for you. I'll take this back to the office and it will be inputted in the system. And also, another most important reason why I needed to fill this form is because every single details you're going to put down here between number 1 to number 12, that's going to help me and guide me through my process. Question or whatsoever, please just feel free and ask me whilst you are filling this form. Okay, so please have this, Madam Grace, and then you can fill this form for me quickly. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, great. All right then. Okay, thank you. Okay, so okay, and on the form you said okay, number 1, nutrition, number 2, flavor, and then cost is number 3. All right. Since 19. Okay, now basically, how did we get the name? It all started right here with this. It's called the famous food processor All right. When the company started, this all they started with. Now, basically what it is that it helps you to catch your fruit and your salad, you know, in a very short period of time. Believe me, you, Madam Grace, when you see this working in the kitchen, you are definitely gonna want one. And you know the good news? We used to sell this, but we don't sell it anymore. So we give it out for free to our customers. Now, at the end of the presentation, should you decide to invest in any of the sets, then what it says is that this is my referral sheet, all right? This is my referral sheet, all right? You just pull down some list of names here. It can be 5, it can be 10, it can be 15 names, all right? Now, when I get into the homes, 1, 2, 3, 10 home, to have a presentation done for them. Even if they buy or not, you still get this for free because you are actually an owner. If not, then they would have to invest. Then we give this machine to you for free. All right? You would want, Madam Grace. And myself, I think it's muted. So I can't really hear from the office. Hello?
Yes, can you please unmute your office so you need to be interactive? And can you please speak loud so she can hear you?
Okay. All right. So, Madam Grace, is this something that you believe this can help the, I mean, would you want this for the family, Madam Grace? Would you want this from the family?
Yes.
Sorry?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. All right. So this is the form. I will need you to just fill out this form for me. All right. Just think of any person that you believe that would appreciate this presentation when we go and do that for them. All right. So that's it. Okay. Great. Now let's move on. Okay. Now with time, basically, Salad Master came up with a range of specialist healthy cooking system. You can see that right here. All right. But the name got stacked, actually. So hence Salad Master, Salad Master, Salad Master. All right. So that's basically how we got the name Salad Master. Now, Salad Master is a worldwide distributor. It's also made in the USA, precisely in Arlington, Texas, basically. All right. Now, it's a lifetime warranty. Now, lifetime warranty in the sense that it doesn't chip, it doesn't rust, it doesn't corrupt. Any of the set that you invest in today, the company replaces it for you for free. Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Murphy, I was asking you if you have anything in your home that's a lifetime warranty. Do you have anything in your home that's a lifetime warranty?
I'm not so sure about that.
Okay, you're not sure about that. Okay, all right then. So the good news is that basically, should you invest in Salad Master today, this is going to be in your house and it's a lifetime warranty. All right. Now moving on, our products are not sold in stores. Any shop you go in the world, you won't see Salad Master. You can go to the biggest shop or the mall in the world, but you won't see Salad Master. Now, the reason being that, all right, now, Madam Grace, should you walk to the nearest mall, all right, and then you see a cookware lying there for, let's say, $3,000, all right, and then you see another similar one going for, let's say, $300. Which one would you go for? It's a silly question, isn't it? But which one would you go for, Madam Grace? 300. Why? Why would you go for the 300? Why would you go for the 300?
Why would you go for the $200?
Because that one is cheaper.
Exactly, because this is cheaper, all right? So basically, that's why you go for the, and then they look alike, basically, they look alike. So obviously, you're going to go for the cheaper one, all right? But in Salad Master, this is what we do. We come to your home, we do the presentation for you, and then you would obviously see the worth and the value of that. They look so similar and look alike, but unfortunately, the Salad Master cannot open its mouth on the shelf to tell you what it can do that the 300 cedis one cannot do. That's why we come to your home and then we have the presentation done for you, right? So this is what I would want you to do. As I said earlier on, just keep an open mind. We're going to do this presentation and then you just tell me, oh, okay, if this is what the money, and then obviously we take it from there. Is that okay? All right, now let's move on to the next bit. Now, before I quickly go to the main reason why I came here today, all right, I just want to just give you a brief, idea of what prizes are. And I want to do this now. Why? Do you know why? Because I want others, then Mr. Murphy will have a heart attack now. Okay. Okay. So basically we have the executive chef set. All right. Now, basically this goes for, let's say, $16,000, dollars. That's a chef set. Now we have this, it ranges way down to the list, all right? So basically we have this as well. It goes for, let's say, $12,000 basically. So basically that's it, okay? So now let's move on. Whilst I've given you a fair rough idea of what the prices are, I just need you to keep digesting that whilst we go through the presentation. Is that okay, Mr. Murphy? Is that okay, Mr. Murphy?
Fine.
Good. Good. All right, let's move on to the main reason why I came here today, which is what? Nutrition. All right. First of all, I just want to ask you a quick question. Do you know that what you eat and how you prepare your food actually affects how you look and how you feel and how long you live? Do you actually believe that?
Yes.
Do you believe that, Madam Grace? Okay, you believe that, great. And also nutritional experts tell us that what you eat, as I said to you earlier on, basically affects how we look and how we feel and how long. Why? Because, basically, now you've eaten your food. Depending on what kind of food you eat, basically makes how you look physically. There's an effect. How you feel after eating that food, there's an effect. And also how long you live, there is an effect. All right. So basically, what it is that Salad Master actually sat down. They said, okay, you know what, in this generation, because I remember when I was a kid, all right, when I visit my grandmother in the village, I remember the way they prepare their food is totally different from what we do now in this generation. In the name of what? Civilization. All right, it's so different, but unfortunately, that is what is killing us. So what Salad Master decides to do basically is that they want to take us back to the olden way of cooking by the modern system. All right, so basically that's what we're going to do. So today we're going to cook for you. You're going to have the pleasure in the food, the nutrients in the food, and also the flavor in the food for you. All right, so that's what we're going to do today. Then also, does anyone you know suffer from any of these lifestyle diseases? Madam Grace, Mr. Murphy, heart disease, high cholesterol, digestive problems, high blood pressure, obesity, cancer, diabetes, and stroke. Do you know anyone suffering from any of these lifestyle diseases, Madam Grace? Do you know anyone?
My neighbor.
Yes, but the good news is that even if there's not, of course, we are here to help you to prevent that. All right. They say what prevention is better than cure. All right. So we are here to help you to prevent most of these lifestyle diseases. Now, they say the biggest culprit to most of these lifestyle diseases what? It's fat and oils. That's the biggest culprit. Now, there's a pound of fat, actually. There's a pound of fat. So if someone tells you he or she has lost 1 pound in the body, this is exactly how it looks like. This is how it looks like. All right. So now, most of these things, they have one thing in common. Can someone tell me what it is? Can someone tell me what they have in common, Mr. Murphy? Mr. Murphy, what do you think they have in common? Sorry? Sorry?
Our diet.
Exactly, our diet, our food. Exactly, all right. Hence, a doctor will tell you that if you are concerned with one of these, you should be concerned with what? All of them, because they are all linked to each other. All right. So basically, that is why we are here today, to show you how basically can prevent most of those things. All right. Now let's move on to the next part of the flip chart. And actually, this is the most important part of my flip chart, and I love this so much. So please, if you need to pay attention to any bit, it should be here. All right. Okay, great. Now, nutritional expert says that an average home unconsciously loses up to what? 80 to 90% of the nutrients of the food based on how we prepare the food. Now, when you buy the food from the market, you bring the food home. By the time you finish preparing the food and it gets to the dining for Mr. Murphy to eat, unfortunately, almost all the nutrients is gone. We don't really know how that happens. So what we're going to do is that we're going to show you basically the problems, the things that we unconsciously practice in our kitchen that obviously leads to most of this lifestyle diseases. All right. So now the first thing we do, which is not good, is what? Peeling. All right. That's number one. Now, if I may ask you, Madam Grace, I'm going to use yam as our case study today, okay? Now, if you want to prepare your yam in your kitchen, what's the first thing you do to the yam, Madam Grace?
Peel it.
You peel it. Why do you peel it? Why do you peel the yam?
Because I want to.
Sorry? You were taught, right? Exactly, you were taught that that's what you're supposed to do. But do we know that anything that is grown under the soil has almost 50% of the nutrients under the skin? Do you know that, Madam Grace? So unfortunately, whenever we peel our yam, we are taking off 50% of the nutrients in the food. All right. Also, anything that is grown above the soil has 50% of the nutrients in the center or the core. Example is what? Our cabbage. Okay. So in Salad Master, we don't peel. Why? Because we want to retain the nutrients in the food. By the way, Madam Grace, Mr. Murphy, everything I'm going to discuss with you today are the problems, but we have a solution to that, okay? Now let's move on to the next one, which is what? Cooking in water. Water is good. I mean, that's good. But whenever you cook your vegetables, especially with water, it leaches almost all the nutrients out. Now, again, have you realized, Madam Murphy, Madam Grace, when your green leaves, the bitter leaf and all that, when you're cooking it, do you realize that the water changes color? Does it change color? Sorry?
Yes.
Sorry? Now, usually, what do you do with that water, Madam Grace?
I'll throw it.
You throw it away, but that's what the nutrients are. You see, your sink in your kitchen, that sink is the healthiest member in the house. That sink there is the healthiest member. You see the cockroaches, they are always coming. Do you realize that? And they are always growing so big because they are taking basically all the nutrients from the food that you obviously pass on to them. All right. So what we want to do today is I want to show you how you can prepare all that green leaves without water so that we can retain the nutrients in the food. All right. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one, which is what? Oxidation. Now, oxidation is air and light stripping of the goodness of your food. Now, Mr. Murphy, should you bite into an apple and then you leave the apple down for some few seconds and you come back, usually what happens to the apple? What happens to the apple, sir?
Changes color.
It changes color. Now, should you bite into that part? Does it taste good as it is before? So I was asking that now, should you come back and you bit into that part of the apple? Does it still taste sweet as it used to before? Does it?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. That's what? Air and light has taken effect. So in Salad Master, we cook what? In a very tight, sealed container, basically. All right, airtight. That's what we do. Why? Because you want to, again, preserve the nutrients in the food. Now, they say if you're cooking your food and you can smell the food, that's the nutrients saying bye to you. So in Salad Master, we don't want that. We want to retain everything in the food, in the pot. So the only time you smell your food when you are cooking it is when you open it. All right. So basically, that's why we cook in the airtight container. Okay. Now, the next enemy to nutrition is what? Excessive heat. All right. That's the next enemy to nutrition. Again, unfortunately, we practice this in our kitchen. When we're in a hurry, we know you turn the gas so high so that the food will cook so fast for you. But if I may ask you, Madam Grace, do you know the boiling point of water? What's the boiling point of water? Sorry? Sorry? 100 degrees Celsius. 100 degrees Celsius, that's a boiling point of water. So unless you don't want the food cooked and then you turn it so low. But in Salad Master, you know the good news? We have scientifically engineered our system in the sense that we don't cook on high heat. We cook on medium, click, and low. Now, whenever the temperature is above 86 degrees Celsius, because that's the temperature that we cook our food with. Now, 86 is enough to kill the germs and the bacteria on the food, and it's also enough to retain the nutrients that you need in the food. All right, so we don't cook beyond that temperature. So in Salad Master, we cook on medium. So when the food is on the hob, medium. If it's above 86, you hear a noise. All right. Now this here, I'm gonna show that to you. Don't worry. Can you see this here? It's gonna click. So that will tell you that the temperature is high. So you need to come and then you turn it lower. And even that, it will cook the food so fast for you. Why? Because there is a basically in between, I'm going to also go through that with you. In between the titanium and the stainless steel is a multi-layer thermal core, all right? So it cooks so fast, basically. So in Salad Master, we don't cook on high heat. At this point, someone will ask, what about grilling? What about steaming? That's also high heat because it's above 100 degrees Celsius, all right? So we're going to basically bake today a healthy cake on your gas without the oven because we want to retain the 86 degrees Celsius. Would you be impressed? Would you be impressed, Madam Grace, to see that I can actually bake a cake? Okay, great. All right, so I'm gonna do that for you, okay? Now quickly, let's move on to the next one, which is what? Microwave. Microwave. If I may ask, please, do you have microwave in your home? Do you have microwave in your home?
Yes.
Okay. And you use it a lot, right? Do you have an idea what warms the food in the microwave for you? I don't know if you can just tell me an idea. I mean, just give me an idea, sorry. What warms the food in the microwave? Do you know what warms the food in the microwave, if I may ask? Sorry, light? Okay. Sorry?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you don't know. Okay, so basically it's what? Radiation. Radiation. And do we know the number one sickness linked to radiation? Please, do you know the number one sickness linked to radiation, Madam Grace? Do you know that?
Cancer. Cancer.
No, do you know that? Do you know cancer? Good, cancer. But we still put our food inside the radiation. Have we thought of that? All right. Now you can do your own researches. All right. Do you know the microwave vibrates an alternate between 2.5 billion times per second? Do you know that? Now, Mr. Murphy, if I take your phone and I vibrate to that intensity, what do you think will happen to your phone? What will happen to the phone?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
What happened to the phone, Mr. Murphy? Sorry?
I didn't get the question. I didn't get the question.
I was asking that if I take your phone and I vibrate it to that intensity, to 2.5 billion times per second, what will happen to your phone?
There will be an explosion.
Exactly, but that's what we do to our food. Unfortunately, we put the food in the microwave. Now, do you know that microwave doesn't warm the food for you? Do you know? It gives us the illusion that it's actually warming the food for us. What the microwave does is that it just vibrates the water molecules in the food. Have you ever tried this, Madam Grace? If you warm a food in the on the gas, and then you warm the same food in the microwave, which one goes hotter quickly? Obviously the microwave, right? Because it's faster. Am I correct?
Yes.
Am I correct? Great. Now, when you bring both out, which one goes colder quickly? Which one goes colder quickly?
Microwave.
The microwave. See, it doesn't warm the food. Again, have you ever warmed pastries in your microwave before, Madam Grace? Let's say bread or pie. Have you ever done that before?
No.
Have you?
No.
Okay, you can try that. You can try that. Now, when you do that and you bring it out, you realize that the bread becomes so hard. Why? Because the microwave has actually vibrated all the water molecules in the food, and then we eat it. Unfortunately, when we eat the food, the stomach goes, what's in there for me? There's nothing in there because the tummy is not craving, or the body is not craving for the food you eat, but it's craving for what? The vitamins and the minerals. But unfortunately, when we don't get the vitamins and the minerals in the food, then we now what happens is that it sends a signal to the brain. I need more minerals. I need more vitamins. But then we interpret that as what? We are hungry. And then we go and then we eat the same thing. Unfortunately, is what we do. So the good news is that as fast as the microwave can warm your food, don't worry, you can actually use the Salad Master to cook and warm your food so fast for you, like the microwave. And the good news is that we are getting rid of what? The cancer in our home. All right. Would that be something good for you and your family, Madam Grace? Would that be something good for you and your family?
Yes.
Great. Okay. Now let's move on to the last one, which is fat and oils. Fat and oils is the biggest culprit, as I said to you. All right. Fat and oils makes our food 7 to 8 times harder to digest. And also, you know, it gives us the extra inches that we try so hard to lose. We go to the gym, we do all the exercises, but when we come back, we eat the same thing. So nothing is actually happening. Now, Madam Grace, I want to say this to you. Whenever you're frying your chicken or your meat, always have this at the back of your mind. It's like you wrapping the chicken in an extra oil bag because the chicken has its own oil. Do we know that, Madam Grace? Do you know that? Now, I want to also ask you, Madam Grace, if you want to fry your chicken, I can see that you have a stainless steel pot. Now, if you want to fry your chicken and then you just dip the chicken in the pot and you put it on the fire, would it fry for you? Would it fry?
No.
No. So you have to add oil. So you see, it's not the food we cook that needs the oil. No, it's the pot and the pans we use that forces us to use the oil. Do you get it? Because if I don't pour oil in that chicken, it will not fry. But the chicken doesn't need oil. All right. So the good news in Salad Master, we don't fry with oil because you want to what? Get rid of the fats, the bad fat and oils. Okay. So now this is where it is. You fry the chicken, it goes so yummy. I mean, it looks so yummy, 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 yummy. Now, as I said, we eat with our eyes. But then digestion takes place in our tummy. So it looks so yummy, yummy, and then we eat it. Now, when you eat it, guess what? The body has to find a place to store the protein. So it's to store it here, store it there, any part of the body. Now, the worst place is where? Is the heart. That's the worst. All right. Now, this is the heart. You can see that, Mr. Murphy, this is the heart. Now, this is the arteries. Now, this is a fresh-born baby feeding on byproduct. But with time, you know, we introduce them to our eating habits. So the fat starts piling up. It starts piling up. Now, at this point, this is when most of the lifestyle diseases, they start catching up with you. The diabetes, the high blood pressure, the cholesterol, and all that. Unfortunately, some people ignore this. And then eventually, this is what happens. Now, if I put my hand here, what can you see? What can you see? What can you see?
Fat.
Fat. Now, this is where the heart attack and the stroke and all that actually comes in, unfortunately. So in Salad Master, we came here to show you how you can obviously reverse this. Unfortunately, sorry, you would definitely not come back to this point, no, but at least you can do something good to the body. You know, the body is so forgiving. Whenever you do something good to the body, it comes back to normal. When you do something bad, it's stress. Now, when the body gets to its elasticity, there's for you to do something good, but you never cares. We go out there, we work. I mean, but we make the money, don't we? Now, when we make the money, some people work, they earn a lot. Some people earn average, some people earn a little. But when we make this money, Madam Grace, what's the first thing that usually you buy with this money? I know our jewelries as women is so important for us. Am I correct? So we buy the jewelries, we buy the shoes, we buy all that. And then Mr. Murphy, the car, that is also very important. We buy the car and all that. But unfortunately, the most important thing we don't pay attention to is what? Is the body. The body is what goes up and down to make that money for you. But unfortunately, we do not pay attention to that. Okay, to show you, please. All right. As I said to you earlier on, today is not about pots and pans, but today is about your health and your family's health. All right. Now, quickly, the last bit before I move to the practical session, because I know that's what you are waiting to see. You are waiting. Okay, how is she going to fry chicken without oil? How is she going to cook vegetables without water? And I'm going to do that for you. All right. So quickly, let me go through the features and the benefits of, our cookware. Okay. Now, I'm sure you're asking and you're wondering, okay, how are you able to cook without water? How are you able to fry without oil? Now, and also the most important question, why is this thing so expensive? Now I'm getting to the bit, all right? Now, can you actually have a feel of this? Now, do you realize that the metal inside is different from the metal outside? Can you see that, Madam Grace? Can you see that the metal inside is different from the metal outside? Can you see that? Good. Now, the inside is actually made of 316 titanium. Basically, that's what Salad Master sat down and said, no, we need to use this grade of metal so that it can obviously combat most of these lifestyle diseases. Now, do you know what titanium is, Mr. Murphy, if I may ask you? Do you have an idea? Do you know what titanium is?
Yes, I do.
Metal titanium. Have you? Can you tell me a bit of the metal titanium?
Okay, it's a high grade of stainless steel that is used for bone replacement in the body.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's what Salad Master decided. And now, as she said, the hip replacements, the bone, and all that. And also in the engine of the aircraft is made of titanium. The braces is made of titanium. All right. It's also very expensive than even gold. All right. So you can see that for that to be put in the human body, there's no reaction or whatsoever with the blood. All right. That is why we use the titanium. So now do you understand why it's expensive, Mr. Murphy? Do you understand why it's expensive? All right. So basically, that's what we decided to use. So therefore, you can have the purity of your food, no contamination, no pollution or whatsoever. All right. Great. And then also the outer layer is made of 400 series stainless steel. It gives it a mirror finishing look. You can use it on any, cookware. Any set of, stove. It can be induction. It can, anything. You can basically, even coal pot, you can use this on a coal pot as well, okay? Now, the handles are detachable, so you can just take them off when you're cooking. For that space, you put it on the fire, and also to prevent an accident, so you take the handles off. When it's cooked or whenever you want to stir, you just fix the handles back and you do your stirring, all right? Great. Now, the handles, can you have a feel of this, Madam Grace? Now, the handles are made of ebonite. Have you heard of ebonite? Now, ebonite is what they use for the bowling ball. Okay, what they use for the bowling ball. So you can see how hard and authentic it is, okay? So the handles are made of that as well. And then also it's basically designed even for people with arthritis. It's easier for them to obviously handle this. Now let's move on again to now this is called the vapor valve. You remember I told you that in Salad Master we don't cook on high heat? So basically when the fire is high, you would hear this. It would give you an alert, the sound. Click, click, click. That shows that the fire is high. So you need to come and then you turn it lower. That way we are retaining the nutrients in the food. You can have the food on the fire, go and do whatever you want to do. Whenever you hear the sound, you just come back and turn it, lower. So there's no pot watching or whatsoever, all right? Now, again, in between the titanium and the stainless, there's a multi-layer thermal core that allows an evenly distribution of heat. That gives you what? The stack cooking, all right? You can see the stack cooking. So in case you have an event or a program or something, I don't know, and then you want to save time and energy and all that, you can just have one pot here, another one here, another, and they'll all cook at the same time, all right? So basically, it saves time. It saves what? Money. Why? Because if you used to go to the gas station to fill your gas, let's say once in a month, you end up going once in 2 months actually. So it's safe on so many things. So you can see it pays for time basically. So yes, that's the features and the bane. Then you would basically, all right. So at this point, Mr. Murphy and Madam Grace, please, do you have any question before I go into the kitchen? Do you have any question before I go into the kitchen for the cooking? Do you have any question?
Yes.
By the way, you remember the referral sheet I gave to you for the mashing? I hope you are putting the names down on them. How many names do you have? How many names have you got down now? How many names?
Sorry, about the referral, you said you refer to families where you go cook dinner for them, whether they invest or not, we're going to get the machine for free, right?
Yeah, I was saying that, okay, I was saying that, when I would need you to get the salad master machine. So you just need to fill out this form for me, all right? When I go out there and then I do the presentation for 1, 2, 3, or 4 family, and I'm able to get, let's say, 1 person to buy, then you get the machine because you are not an owner. All right, because you are not an owner. But if you're an owner, you will still need to give me those names. Even if I go and do the presentation and they don't buy, you are still gonna get the machine for free, all right? But I know you love the presentation I'm giving to you today, and we are already friends. So I know you're gonna feel that shit for me, Mr. Murphy. Would you do that for me, Mr. Murphy?
Yeah.
We love to change families' life, just as I came to your house to do this for. How many names do you have so far, Mr. Murphy? How many names do you have so far?
2 so far.
2.
Yeah. Or more.
Oh, 2. Oh, Mr. Murphy. Okay, I know when we get into the kitchen and you see the salad master working, you're definitely gonna add more names to it. All right. Auntie Grace, you also need to help him and then put the name in the kitchen. Okay. Any more questions before we go? Any more questions?
No, I want to see how your French meal, that's it.
All right, then that's fine. No problem then. Okay, so we can go. All right. So this is the theory that I just did for you all. We're gonna move to the closing. That's the next bit we're gonna get into right now, which is the closing. But please, I hope we were all the presentation done. Were you making notes?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Were we making notes? I'm going to ask you all questions after this. You are making notes?
Yes.
Okay. All right, then let's move on. Okay. All right. But anyway, before I move to the closing, is there any question generally before I move to the closing? Is there any question? Is there any question generally before I move to the closing?
It's a contribution.
Okay, sure. No problem. Let me listen to that.
Okay. Is regards to, when you ask them if there is any question that that they have for you, you, I think, I don't know who is that. That is Murphy. I don't know if that is the name. He was like trying to give you a question, but you tactfully stopped the question and rather asked for referral.
Exactly.
That was smart, no doubt. But it might also tell negatively on us. Why I say so is this. You know, their question is a reason for closure. Their question gives us
okay,
more
sorry, not to catch you, William. I know where you're coming from. Now, the reason why I paused was because when it comes to the referrals, every office with their way of giving the salary master machine out, to be very honest with you. So I didn't want to say anything that I'll contradict what I'm saying. Do you get the point? That's why I had to stop and then just move, because I don't know how Neo Continental gives out their salad master machine. Do you get the point, William? I was actually going to get to this and say that when I was doing it, I wanted to pause and say that, but I didn't want to say that. I just had to flow. Yeah. So with the machine, offices with their...
Excuse me, please.
Yeah.
No doubt, I understood your reason now.
Sorry?
You get it. I say, I understood your reason now.
Okay.
I understood your reason, but it was also a good way.
Okay, but someone.
It was also a good way to continue your presentation and asking more referrals.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so basically that's it. So with that regards, Mr. Solomon, obviously the best person to, give out those information as to how the salad master machine should be given. So I didn't want to say anything that no, so I had to just go straight to my referrals, So yeah, that's a good one. So any more? Okay, yes. Yeah. Okay.
My name is Philip.
Philip, all right.
Yes. Although I've not been around, but I noticed that you didn't do the carrot test. Is it possible?
Okay, that was because I was doing the online, but I thank you so much for bringing that attention, all right? So what we're going to do is that but I had to obviously focus on the presentation, flip chart, all right? Then we move to the close. That was basically the main deal for me, because of course this online, exactly. So I needed, so we can move to the other deal. All right. Okay. Any other question? Okay, yeah, I can see your hand up there.
Thank you for the training. I also did not get a clarification on how the consumption of oil causes diabetes.
The what? How what?
Consumption of the bad oil causes diabetes and hypertension and all the other lifestyle diseases.
Okay, wait, can you ask the question again, please?
Okay, I said that I did not get when you were trying to explain about the bad oil and the diabetes. I did not get how you relate the two. How the bad oil cause diabetes? Accumulation of bad oil causes diabetes and type 2. You did not make it clear to us.
Okay, how? Yeah. How oil causes diabetes? Okay, so Okay, so you remember when I was doing the fats and oils, I mentioned to you that that's the biggest culprit to most of this. Did you hear when I said that?
Yes.
Hello, are we there?
Yes.
Really?